Hello guys, welcome back again. Now I'm going to be playing another strategy game. This is another game, I would say it's Dominions adjacent because it's made by the same studio, Illwinter Studio. This is Conquest of Elysium 5, and this is more of a 4X style strategy game rather than a war game as Dominions is. This game we focus on collecting resources, building up troops and powers, developing your nation and so on across this randomly generated world of Elysium. Now, I'm going to be starting the game. I'm going to be picking a map. I think I'll just do a fairly small or medium map. For these ages, all these ages just show the level of development that society has. For example, in the Dark Ages, society is very undeveloped. It's mostly a lot of wilderness, a lot of fantastic creatures, and very few cities or towns. So if you're playing a nation that really wants to have cities or towns, probably this is not a good age to pick. Other ages, for example, the Empire or the Monarchy, are much more developed. Empire is going to have a lot of big cities and towns, very few wild animals at this point, and there'll also be a huge Imperial city, which has a lot of benefits to it as well. And then all these other ones have different features to them, which you can investigate a little bit more. Now, as I said, each nation will have its own kind of bonuses or drawbacks depending on the age you pick. For example, a unit like the Baron. The Baron is a kind of Lord type unit. He can recruit a lot of generic mundane human units, and he really benefits from having towns, villages, castles, things like that. But however, he has a really difficult time in maybe the Dark Ages where there are very few of those. Another unit, for example, the where is he? The Druid. Where is he? There he is. The Druid, by contrast, would really benefit from the Dark Ages where there's many wild places, a lot of animals, a lot of like ancient forests and things like that really benefits the druids. He gets herbs from jungles and forests. All the different commanders have different resources they go after. For example, like I said, the Baron really wants gold and iron. Something like the Druid really wants herbs. Other units like the Witch really wants mushrooms, fungi, and other ones will have different kind of resources as well. I'm be playing as the one of my favorite classes, which is the Enchanter. And I think we'll add one more player too. We'll change this a little bit. Alright, before we start the game here, I want to just do a quick cutaway and talk a little bit more about the Enchanter as a class. Now, those of you not familiar with Conquest of Elysium, there's a ton of different classes, and all of them are very, very unique from each other. You can play any of these classes through any age, but definitely some excel in some ages more than others, as I mentioned before. The Enchanter, I think he does best in the more developed ages. Since you really need more gold and developed sites, you tend to do quite a bit better in sites that or ages that have a lot of these kind of tiles, developed tiles available. But let's talk a little bit about the Enchanter in general. First of all, the Enchanter relies on two resources only, really gold and iron. These are the two resources that they need a lot of. Now, these are resources that most other nations or most other factions also need, but the Enchanter needs a lot of both of them. Next, the Enchanter relies on animated tools and weapons, both tools that can give you utility value and, of course, animated weapons that can fight for you. And also golems and constructs of different sorts. Now the golems are the iconic troops of the Enchanter, but there's other kind of constructs too, like these guardians that will guard a certain site for you, or gargoyles or mimics who also do something similar to that. Let's go through the golems. Now, the golems are, again, the highlight of the Enchanter and probably your most common, most important units. The first golem you're likely to get is the flesh golem. These ones are pretty good early game, and you can even upgrade them with some iron body armor a little bit later. Basically, just with a few iron, you can upgrade this guy to have iron plates on his body and some slashing weapons for his arms to make him a little bit more durable, a little bit more powerful. This guy is a kind of Frankenstein unit, and basically whenever there are corpses available in a province, you can construct a few of these guys. Next is the wood golem and also the oak golem. Now, the wood golem you can get in any forest tile, and creating this one consumes the entire forest on that tile. And it basically gives you this fairly light golem. This is one of the lighter golems. These guys are pretty good. They are vulnerable to fire, and they're not that strong. But since there's forests often everywhere on the map, it's very easy to make these guys. And they're not very expensive either. Oak golems are specifically on ancient forests. Now, they're not that much better than just the normal wood golems. I'm not really sure what the big difference is. As far as I can tell, I don't really use them that much. The main reason I would get oak golems is mostly to deny my enemy access to an ancient forest. So if I'm playing against an enemy that can really use them, like a druid, for example, I can totally destroy that forest and turn it into an oak golem. So that's kind of the main reason to get them, I would say so. Any other benefits are not that significant over the wood golem, I think. Next is the clay golem. These guys are actually, I would say, the MVP of the Enchanter. These guys consume a whole swamp province to create, but they're the only golems who can actually regenerate, and these guys will regenerate continuously. They're another one of the light golems, as in they're not as big, and they tend to be a little bit easier to create. Next is the stone golem, also another fairly, this is one of your first heavy golems you'll get. This one you have to consume a whole coal mine to create, so it's a little bit of a gamble to make this guy, since coal mines are really important for your economy, and by consuming one, that coal mine is now gone. But stone golems are very powerful, especially early in the game, since you're going to be able to get this one quite early. All of these ones are fairly early spells. You can really dominate some early battles if you have a stone golem available. Next, the ice golem. This is one of the last light golems. This consumes, I think, a frozen lake. I'm not sure if it also counts for like frozen sea zones. I know it definitely counts for frozen lakes. But if you consume a frozen lake and get the ice golem, this one can also heal, but only in cold temperature. And this guy will actually lose HP in hot temperatures. So if you're fighting in a cold area or it's winter time, the ice golems can be very useful. And again, they will heal themselves. I relegate this guy to the northern part of the map, which usually stays cold all throughout the year in the game. And again, during the winter time, you can make more use of him in other areas as well. But again, he's another healing golem, and he has a frost aura ice armor as well, so he's quite useful in cold temperatures. Next is your next heavy golem, the silver golem. This guy consumes a silver mine, and there's not much to say about him except that he's the fastest golem. He's very, very quick, so he kind of negates a big downside of a lot of the golems, being that they're very slow. This guy's very fast. He can run into the back of the enemy and just start trampling them and crushing them. Next is the iron golem. This guy consumes an iron mine. Iron mines are a lot more common than like silver mines or gold mines or anything else. This guy's very powerful and very resistant. He's much stronger than the silver golem. And he's generally just a very powerful, useful golem. But again, iron mines are also incredibly important for your economy. So it's a bit of a gamble to actually actually consume that mine totally just to make one golem. Next to the crystal golem, I actually like these guys a lot because the gem fields are not that important for you as enchanters. They only offer you like a couple gold, and gems are not really a useful resource for you. Meanwhile, the crystal golems, I believe, are still considered a light golem, and one of their attacks will actually turn enemy units into a crystal shard, which then shoots crystals out at other enemies. So they can kind of create a little bit like an AoE attack, and they can do some range attacks with the crystal shards as well. So in that way, they're quite useful. I actually quite like crystal golems, and I'll usually turn any gem fields I find into crystal golems, since gem fields are probably the least useful kind of tile for you. Next is the onyx golem. The main unique thing about this guy is that he has a fear aura, so he will cause enemy units to run away, so that could be pretty useful. However, he requires destroying a gold stream to create him, so that's again another trade-off. And the last one is the gold golem. This is your best golem, the most HP, the most powerful, most magic resistance, generally the best golem all around. But again, gold mines are also very valuable. So again, that's a big trade-off to trade that super useful mine for a gold golem. Now, one thing I will say, however, about the onyx and gold is that even though the gold streams and gold mines are super valuable, they do also sometimes attract very, very dangerous units. For example, like a dragon or something else really awful that can be very terrible to deal with. So sometimes if you don't want to deal with that, it may be worth to just convert your gold mine or your gold stream into some golems. I mean, you lose that it's a big hit to your economy, but it could avoid having some very nasty event later in the game. So that's something to consider as well. Definitely iron golems are also very strong, and all the other golems are also quite good. So even though gold golems are really strong, they're not like super outperforming the other heavy golems. The last thing I want to mention, not really a golem, but a necrotod. This one is a super important unit for you. This is very similar to the flesh golem, where it requires corpses in the province. It requires, I believe, 10 corpses to create this kind of bone snake of sorts. Now, all of these golems are mindless, so they're totally obedient. They will never revolt or run away or turn against you. So that's good because a lot of other nations have units that will sometimes lose control of and turn against you. And the main reason you want to get Necrotods is one, it's quite easy to get corpses, so you can kind of mass produce these. And two, they have a hypnotize attack that can actually charm or steal an enemy unit. So if you're fighting some enemy and you have a bunch of Necrotods casting hypnotize, you can often steal some very valuable units from them, or even some very valuable wandering units. So that could be a huge benefit, and this is a really important part of Enchanter gameplay. Now let's just talk about the Enchanter in general. The Enchanter really wants to build up his armies, getting Enchanter apprentices to maybe mass produce some different items, building guardians to protect the important sites and towns, building some animated weapons to fill out your armies a little bit more. These are so cheap, you can really mass produce them, a lot of them. Getting lighter golems like the flesh golems, and then the other light golems like the clay, wood, and ice golem, and then eventually moving on to the heavy golems. Eventually your late game army might look something like this, and definitely enchanters are a faction that really benefits from quantity over quality. You really want to just be mass producing as much as possible rather than trying to get the most bang for your buck, if that makes sense. And also, again, remember your Necrotods because they're super important. Now let's talk a little bit about the pros of the Enchanter as a nation. So the first thing is straightforward resources. You only have two resources to think about, gold and iron. These are also very, very common. Gold is the most common resource. Iron is like the second most common. And every nation wants gold and iron. So there's lots of gold and iron available. And you don't really have to worry about like other things, like looking for some other resource. You can just focus on those two. The animated weapons like the bows or the swords or the spears are really cheap to mass. You can mass produce them really, really easily. A couple apprentices can quickly pump them out. You also have something I didn't mention, the terracotta soldier. This is something you could make in a swamp province for free. It doesn't cost anything. And again, this is another easily mass producible just line troop. You can use tile resources to create golems. So if you have an army in the field and you wander into a forest or a swamp, you can quickly just create a golem right then and there. You don't have to go back to your fort to make these golems. You can just do it out in the field. So it's an easy way to reinforce your field armies without having them to pull back and gather some more units. They can just go to some tiles with useful resources and build some golems right there. You have very powerful high HP armies in the late game. The main thing about the Enchanter is all your units are super high HP and can tank a lot of damage. And again, if you can really make a huge army of golems, it's really hard to deal with that. Enchanters can also have really high mobility with portals. A late game option you have is creating portals. A portal to your home or a portal out to somewhere else. And this allows you to send your armies back and forth across the map really easily. But that's like something you get more in the late game. Next is you can boost your economy with some useful summons. For example, summon Quill or summon tools, or I should say animate Quill, animate tools. If you animate tools, they will boost whatever the productivity of that tile is, specifically for like towns, villages, or like mines. So tools in a mine will boost the iron and gold output. Tools in a village will boost the gold output. So that's a way you can really maximize your economy into the late game because, again, you just continuously need more and more gold and iron. So you really do have to maximize what you have because depending on what the map gives you, you may not have enough just little towns and villages to support your late game armies. Next, very late game, you can get some kind of, I would call it a super combat golem mage. This is something borrowing from Dominions, but these golem mages, if you consume a library, you can basically turn the library into a sentient library and store all the knowledge of that library into a single golem who then becomes a mage commander, which can be very powerful, having a kind of super powerful mage like that. And last one, of course, the Necrotods can steal very powerful units, even like wandering units. If you get a few Necrotods, you can just steal them and create a quick army in the field. Now let's talk about cons. Cons, the Enchanter is really map and RNG dependent. If you just spawn and you're not close to any kind of mines, you're really fucked. Like you can't do much about it. You really, really need iron, especially gold too. Again, if you don't really have that many big villages around you, usually villages are easier to find, or towns or whatever easier to find than mines. So that's less of an issue, I would say. But still, I mean, if there's not many in your area, or if you're in an age that doesn't have that many options available, like the Fallen Empire or the Dark Ages, then that could be a problem for gold as well. So it's very map dependent, very RNG dependent, and sometimes you can steamroll the whole game because there's just tons of resources available for you, and sometimes you just have nothing and then you get fucked and die very quickly. In the game I'm about to show after this, you can see I kind of do really, really well, and then basically all my opponents just kind of die off or kill themselves rather than actually having a big showdown with me. Another thing is you have a really huge pool of mostly situational rituals. The problem with that is you have to kind of buy each ritual. You cast a ritual mastery and that gives you a new ritual, but again, it's random what ritual you get. And since there's like 80 rituals, you have to continuously pay again and again and again to learn a new ritual, which may or may not even be useful for you. So you have to do that a lot. You have to recruit a lot of mages and continuously do that just to get the handful of rituals that you actually want. You also, again, require lots of iron and gold, which is difficult to attain. You have to do a lot of work to build tools, build quills to upgrade your towns and mines to produce more and more. So it's a lot of micromanaging of the economy in that way. The other thing is your best constructs, your heavy golems, all require consuming mines. And since mines are so important for you, it's something that is a big trade-off. So do you go for the heavy golems that have big advantages at the cost of a mine? It's something to really think about. Usually what I do in a game, if it's getting to that point, I start switching over to heavy golems once I push into enemy territory, and I will take their mines that I don't think I can protect. I will take their mine and convert that into a golem immediately as I'm fighting them. So that's, again, an advantage of Enchanter. You can just reinforce your army immediately in the field. Nothing is constructs totally consume tiles. So, for example, even with the light golems, if you've consumed all the swamps or all the forests in your area, then you're going to have a harder time. You're going to have to go further and further out to actually make more of them. And since the golems don't regenerate, if they die, then they're dead, and you got to somehow find more resources to make a new one. Another thing is giant units easily get surrounded in this game. This is especially a problem if you play multiplayer, especially the big heavy golems will often tend to die because they just get surrounded. And since they only have a single or maybe one or two attacks only, these attacks are very hard hitting, but they only hit like one unit. Meanwhile, you have like a bunch of units surrounding him and just whittling him down. And after maybe like one or two battles, the giant golem often just ends up dying. So that could be a problem as well. No AoE attacks, that plays into it as well. You have no real way to hit AoE. For example, a warlock can shoot a big firebolt and blow up a ton of units. You really have nothing. You don't really have any offensive magic at all. Most of your magic is just buffs or some debuffs like sleep. Sleep is probably your best debuff. And again, yeah, the heavy golems tend to die and can't be replaced easily. I think this is a good argument for focusing more on the light golems, like the wood, clay, ice, crystal golems, because these are easier to get and they tend to suffer less from being surrounding or getting surround penalties. Plus, clay and ice golems specifically can regenerate, so that's really, really helpful if you're in the particular area where they tend to be more useful.
Okay, here we are. Looks like, okay, these are all the ones I start with. Right here, there's a ancient forest with 2 bears, which is not great. I don't really like having the forest nearby. Let's get one of my apprentice enchanter. He's going to go out. First of all, let's get him to take some of these units with him. Now, what can enchanters do? Enchanters can basically create a lot of these animated units. For example, this guy can animate a sword. Let's do that. Let's actually get him to make a few swords. And I'll add this to my army. And then next turn, I can maybe animate something else. This guy can animate armor, which is quite good, but I need a lot of iron to do that. The main resources you need for enchanters are gold and iron. So I really need to get more mines and a lot of towns if I can. Okay, let's see if this guy... So I don't really want to animate iron. I can do a lesser ritual of mastery. Animate sword. Okay, so this guy can animate sword too. And we'll get the other guy also to animate a sword. Actually, we'll get him another level of mastery just so we get some other things. Okay, a flesh golem. That's pretty good. So the main thing these guys do is they make golems and they make animated units. Like that. So just adding a few more, because my starting army is really, really pathetic. I have a couple swordsmen and some crossbows, which are not bad, but a very small force. So I want to add a couple animated units before I poke out of here. Okay, I think these bears are just defending that point, so I don't think they're going to move. I'm going to go deal with these boars so they don't come and attack my settlements here. Okay, this probably went quite well. Yeah, I think that was pretty easy to deal with. Okay, let's have these guys continue moving out. I'm going to put this guy on sentry duty until I really need him. Actually, what I may do is have him continuously make swords. Let's put repeat ritual and just have him make swords continuously. Okay, some bakemonos and an iron mine. Now, 11 units? I don't know if I can take that. We'll see if we can do it. Okay, I'm going to attack this bakemono and see if I can actually manage it. I think I need to wait till next turn, though. I'm out of energy at the moment. Okay, if I can take this mine, that'll be great. That'll give me a lot of gold and a lot of iron extra. Okay, those swords took out pretty well. I lost a few units, but this iron mine is definitely worth it. That'll give me a lot of iron income. Okay, this guy's animating swords. Good, I'm just going to leave him there and keep animating swords. That's really all I want him to do. This guy, can I do anything here? Let's maybe make a flesh golem. Okay, when there's bodies around, I can make a few of these flesh golems. Yeah, let's get a couple of these guys. They're not too strong, but again, it's basically just like extra units. I want to keep making units while I'm in the field. I do need to not spend too much money though, because I need to be able to recruit some more units later. Okay, another mine. I think I can take that. 2 pale ones. We'll try that and see if we can take it next turn. Let's have our army here go and attack these pale ones and this mine. If we can take this coal mine, it'll be nice. Okay, see how that battle went next turn. The pale ones are pretty strong. I'm losing a lot of my forces here. Okay, bandit. We need to deal with these bandits. Take them out here. There's not very many of them, so I think we can just take them out. Okay, let's create a few more flesh golems to supplement our armies a bit. Enough corpses. That's fine. Let's wait till next turn. I would like to find another recruitable place so I can get a few more units. I would like to get some more crossbows if possible, because they're very useful. I can't recruit any now. These are all my recruitables. I can recruit a captain, but you can see he's a little bit too expensive. When it comes to commanders, it's basically very random what you get. So one turn you might have a commander available, another turn you won't. So that commander will definitely not be here next turn. So if I want him, I got to pick him now. But since I can't afford him, I'm not going to do anything right now. Oh, Enchanter's Apprentice. I could get him, but again, too expensive, which is too bad. So I do need to save up a little bit of money. I don't want to spend too much. Let's just have this guy scout around for now. A Captain Swordsman, I think I can take that. Yeah, easy. This army's not too bad, but again, I don't want to get into any big battles for the time being. I just want to scout around a little bit. Maybe I'll go take out these spiders if I can. Oh, here's a little town. Good. Let's fight these spiders as well. Get them out of here. Okay, that's not bad, but I'm losing a lot of my forces, so I really need to... maybe I will make a few flesh golems. No, I need humanoid corpses. Okay, so I can't do that. Okay, let's explore around here. Let's go to the south a little bit to avoid these very snowy areas. I think I'm pretty far in the north, right? There's quite a bit of territory up here. Maybe I'm pretty close to the north. At least I'm on this little peninsula, so it looks like nobody will be able to come and grab me from behind, which is not too bad. I'm going to explore a little bit to the south and try to claim a big area. Captain, 44 gold. I mean, it could be worth it. Let's keep moving south. Let's get out of this forest so we can actually move around. Another captain. I really need an Enchanter's Apprentice more than some captains. Okay, bakemonos. I don't really want to fight that. Jeez, it's going to be slow getting out of here, though. Tower. Ooh, I don't know if I could take that either. That's pretty strong. And tower's going to be a little bit fortified. Oh, looks like a bunch of spiders came out of this spider thicket, which is a problem. They're going to take all these ones here. Now, that's a lot of spiders. I don't even know if I could fight those. Magic Library. I don't think I have enough units, though, to deal with that. I may have to go back to my capital. Okay, someone got eliminated. Some dwarves. Okay, Iron Man would be great if I could take that, but I don't know if I can. That's pretty tough. My army at the moment is really pathetic. I don't think I could fight really anybody. I need to find some defenseless little towns to deal with. What I may do actually is get some more Rituals of Mastery. Let's do a higher Ritual of Mastery. Oh, next turn I'll have to do it. Oh, someone else got eliminated. Uh-oh. This guy doing a Ritual of Mastery again. Okay, this way I can be able to make some higher level golems, which will be quite nice. And now this guy is a full-fledged enchanter, which is good. In this swamp, I think I can make some clay golems, so I'm going to go here and try to make a few. Uh-oh, Earth Elemental. Need to get out of there. Okay, a little mine. Looks like the spiders took the mines over here. I'll have to let them take it for now. I'll have to go back there and get it later. I think I could take this, though, next turn. Okay, first of all, let's see if I can make a clay golem. Nice. That's pretty good. That used up this whole area, but that's not bad. Okay, I think this is enough to take out 4 goblins, so let's take this out. Yeah, they totally got crushed. And we got a nice little coal mine, so even though we lost this one, we got another one, so that's okay. And how many has this guy been making? This guy must have been just making swords continuously. Wow, look at all these swords. Holy hell. I do want him to keep doing that, though. Let's have him keep making swords. Maybe I'm going to have him do another Ritual of Mastery to see if he can make anything else. Animate spear, animate swords. I think swords are a little bit better than spears, so I'm going to keep making swords. And repeat the ritual as well. Power, let's have him again. Keep animating swords, just keep doing this continuously. That's fine, he's going to make a huge army of swords anyways. And whenever I can recruit another enchanter, I'll have him go out and fight a little bit more. Okay, oh, ambush. Uh-oh, here's a mine, so that's good. We can go there later. Oh boy, bandits. I may lose my commander here. Yeah, I lost him. Oh, he survived. Wow, very, very lucky for him. That's he might die soon, to be honest. I'll see if I can take out these other areas around here. Let's see if we can make a few more units in the meantime. Okay, he might die. It's pretty cold here. I don't know if he'll last that long. He's a big wound. I'll try to take these areas here at least, and then hopefully come back to support him a little bit. See how this went. Okay, this should be no problem, to be honest. Okay, I have a captain available. I wonder if I should just recruit that. I do want to save money for another enchanter, but I really do need some more commanders. I don't know. Maybe I will just wait a little bit. My income's not that great at the moment. Battle here, this should go pretty well. And one last one. Looks like there's not much here. I can create more flesh golems. Okay, just one, that's fine. Next turn I'll see if I can take this last hamlet here. Springtime, that's good. It looks like another little town, but that's a huge number of pirates there. So that'll have to wait a long time. And geez, these spiders are taking up this whole area. I'll have to send another force there very, very soon. Battle in the hamlet, okay. This should be easy. Okay, no problem. Let's have this guy kind of recoup a little bit. He needs to get a little bit more energy. So let's see if he can cast anything. Let's make some flesh golems while he's here. Okay, end the turn there. And yeah, these spiders are a big problem. I really don't want them to take my iron mine. I got a lot of mines here, so this will help me a lot, but that's going to be a big problem. I think what I'll do in the meantime, I'm going to recruit a few crossbowmen for my capital, because they'll come in handy later once I actually want to push out. Okay, it looks like the snake moved in. Let's kill the snake while we're here. Okay, hopefully we can get this guy out of here. He still has a wound, so I don't know if he will survive, to be honest, but we'll try to make the best of him. Let's take out these goblins while we're here. Maybe we can make another golem. Okay, easily killed them. Maybe next turn we can make another clay golem. That might help us out a little bit. And then whenever I get another army, I'll have to come here and take out the spiders. I should have enough swords, to be honest. Meteor struck in the mountains. I don't know where that is. Really far from me, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, use special power. I can make this one. I really want to save for another master, so I'm not sure if I should. Maybe I will make one, just to help this army a little bit more. Clay golems are quite good. Okay, this guy needs to get to the south, so maybe I'll send this guy south. Looks like his wound healed, which is good. He's diseased, though. Okay, that's bad. That means he may die. Portal. Maybe we can go check that out before he dies. He's still diseased. He'll take damage every month until he dies. Let me see. So he's taking damage, I guess. Oh, well, he might just die soon. Let's go check out... Okay, oops, I got attacked here, so we'll see how that goes anyways. He may just die there. Some horrors. Yeah, these are ethereal, so looks like he got killed anyways. Well, at least we claimed this portal, whatever it is, but our Enchanter died, so we have to wait a little bit to get another Enchanter. Or any kind of commander. Okay, here's one. That's great. And I can at least afford him, so that's good. So we'll send him out there. And we'll give him all these swords. And a few of the crossbows as well. The master can keep making swords in the meantime. I want to kill this wolf, though. I don't want him to be sneaking around here. Yeah, I don't want him to take out these mines while I'm walking around here. Yeah, no problem. Oh, looks like another apprentice, and I can actually afford him, so let's pick that up too. That's excellent. That'll be great for later. He can go out. I may have him also make swords. Can he make... Oh, he makes gargoyles. Okay, that's... I don't know. That's not that great. Let's see if he can afford another level of mastery later, and maybe he can make swords or spears or something. Okay, let's use a special power. Let's get another mastery. Animate spear. So maybe he can do that. He can make spears, the other guy will make swords, and then it'll be quite easy for making a big army. Let's attack these. Should be easy to take out the mushrooms because all my units are animated and they're all poison resistant. So let's get this guy to make spears every turn. That'll very quickly turn into a huge army. Okay, now we got to go deal with these spiders. These are becoming a huge problem for me. Yeah, no problem for the swords, though. Okay, let's take out this spider thicket. This is where they're all spawning from. And these spiders. Just get rid of all the spiders. I wish I could destroy this. I'm not really sure if I can. I don't think I can. Okay, evil times. Uh-oh. That sounds pretty bad. Let's go take this one and we'll take out these spiders and I'll try to make my way back south. I can pick up the golems that the other guy left behind. A brigand lair has been generated. Okay, and what was the battle? Let's take a look at this one. Okay, yeah, nothing happened. A few swords died, but not a big deal. Okay, looks like I lost this area. I need to go reclaim this one, because these mines are really useful for me. Okay, another Enchanter's Apprentice. Let's pick that up. I want to keep getting as many of these guys as possible. And I'll have all of these guys just making weapons. Actually, let's see. How many weapons we have? We have quite a lot. Let's send another army out. So this guy can head out. Let's attack this crab. And this guy can keep going south. I think I'll send the other guy north. Yeah, no problem. Okay, let's send this army. Let's go deal with these brigands. They're kind of being a little bit of a problem. I'll take out that brigand lair later as well. Okay, good. Let's send this guy out as well. First of all, let's go reclaim these areas. The mines and the hamlet here. Oh, ambush. So there must be something here. Okay, some bandits. Hopefully they don't kill my commander. Damn, I hate ambushes, because they always go for your commander first. Okay, let's take back these two mines. Oh, another ambush. Come on. Jeez, more bandits. Please don't kill my commander. Jeez, that's such a pain in my ass, to be honest. Okay, last one. Oh my god, there's more of them. How many of these guys are there? Oh, ambush again. Okay. God, it's a lot of them. Lucky these swords are so fast, they can easily move on and chop them up. I'm going to recruit that commander. I saw they had a commander for recruit. I'm going to get him. And I think I'll also pick up some crossbowmen to support his army. I'll send him out with an army a little bit later. Okay, I claimed this area back. That's good. Let's head out of here then. And we'll go back and pick up these golems over here. That'll make quite a nice army. I'm going to have this guy go north and deal with some other problems over here. This guy can head south. First of all, take out the bandit lair. And then we'll go pick up the golems. Enchanter's Apprentice, 60 gold, so I don't have enough. Ooh, 3 cavalrymen. I think we can take that, so let's go fight these guys. And these guys can go pick up the other golems. Okay, that's good. That's a pretty nice force. Whoa, a lot of enemies here. Let's all take all these guys out. And this one. Okay, not bad. Let's keep sending this guy out. Go investigate these northern areas a little bit. And this guy can keep going south. Let's take out these bandits. These guys are a big annoyance for me. Okay, it looks like I can recruit another apprentice. Let's pick him up. And maybe I'll send one of these guys out with a new army. This guy, let's send him out. That's good. So we'll send this guy out. Oh, sorry, I want to get this guy out. Sorry, let's send all these guys. Okay, a lot of enemies here. Let's try to deal with these animals. These animals are taking out my mines and stuff, which is not good. Okay, take that village. This guy, let's have him move over here. Looks like he picked up something. He got whatever this is, Hades immunity and a sword, faithful sword. I would like to go visit this portal. I don't really know what's in there. These ants are tough. Another portal up here. Looks like nothing, though. And this army will deal with all these animals while we're here. I think we have to take out the ancient forest because this is like spawning animals. Oh, little town here. We'll take that next turn. And this guy, keep him moving around. I would like to go through the portal, but I kind of want to investigate around a little bit more.
Okay, let's keep pushing this guy out. I want to clear out all these animals here. These animals are just a big problem for me. So let's have this guy just wipe all of these. And we'll keep this guy pushing south. I don't want to go through the portal. I think there might be bad things there. Maybe later I'll come back. But I want to kind of investigate the southern area a little bit more. And the north. Does this guy move yet? Okay, that's good. Let's end the turn. I'm going to go take this town. This will be very useful for me. A market village will give me some trade, and that'll let me get more iron. But I really need another kind of settlement. If I can take out this pirate town, that would also be extremely useful for me. 58 units, pirates and archers. Maybe I can send a big army there and take that out. I wonder if I should send this force there. Yeah, these guys are no problem. Let's take this market town. That's useful for me, and I'll also take this one later. Now, this gives me a trade power. What trade can do is if I open up the trade screen, it just lets me buy or sell something. So I don't know if I really need anything. I would like more gold. I can start selling iron. I'm getting so much iron. I don't know if I really need a ton of it at the moment. I'm going to start selling iron a little bit and get a little bit more gold. My gold income is really weak, and my iron income is like huge now. So I would like more gold just to get more commanders, and then maybe I could switch that later to prioritize iron. Looks like a desert. Ooh, gem deposits. That's good. I mean, I don't really need gems, but this will give me some gold, which is nice. I would like to go back up here and maybe fight this pirate fort. I might get this army a few more golems, and then I can go deal with that pirate. This will give me a second recruitable center, so besides my capital, I'll be able to recruit from one other location, which is nice to have. Looks like another apprentice is available. Oh, this is going to be tough. Alright. Let's get this guy to take that little village as well. And I'm going to have this guy pick up the missing one. And then I think I'll have him go back and pick up some more enchanted weapons. And also, let's recruit this guy too. We'll have this guy continue what the other two are doing and just... oh, he can make terracotta soldiers. That's nice. Actually, maybe I should send this guy out. Because terracotta soldiers, if I find a swamp province like these, he can just sit there and make these basically for free. Like, this costs no gold, no iron, just turns. So he can make terracotta armies. What is this guy's powers? He can animate tools, which is... this is also pretty good. Maybe I should send both these guys out. I'll send them out as like a little tag team. Because animating tools is useful for like villages. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of useful. It gives you more income from them. So I could do that and gives a little bit defense. I'll send these guys out later. Let's actually get this guy. While he's here, he can use his power. He doesn't have any powers, right? Let's give him another. He can do flesh golem, I guess. All right, just do that then. Maybe we can send this guy. I do want this guy to go north in a turn. Let's take this gem deposit, though. Uh-oh, who's here? Let's fight these armies. Maybe we should deal with this guy, whoever this guy is. I would like that pirate town, but I would also... Oops, uh-oh, what happened here? I didn't want to send these guys out. Uh-oh. Oh well, that's fine, that's okay. We'll send those two out. I need to pay attention who I'm actually selecting. Oh boy, look at this. Some mummies and archers. Let's take this army out. I think I can take this. Let's fight these guys. Maybe we can eliminate this guy, whoever he is. Okay, this guy is what? Maybe he's a necromancer? Necromancer eliminated. Uh-oh. Grimblor the Enchanter. So I think I eliminated somebody. That was his last commander? He doesn't have any other commanders around? Oh well, too bad for him, right? Okay, let's secure this little area. I guess I'll have this army keep going out. I would like this pirate town. Oh, I lost this mine here. I really do need to send someone to the south then. This army, I need to remember him. I can't leave him sit here. Let's pick up these little farms. Okay, let's end the turn. One spider, okay. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, let's just send these guys out. Maybe these guys can deal with the pirates. We'll send these guys to this mine. Okay, let's go deal with this boar. Again, just kill all the animals possible so I don't deal with them. Looks like there's some pyramids down here, but I really... Whenever you see kind of some interesting little site like that, you really kind of want to stay away. These kind of things are really common to spawn like horrible, nasty things like some kind of King in Yellow or some kind of a horror lord or whatever kind of nasty thing like that, which I do not want to interact with at all. Okay, let's send this guy. What can this guy even do? Maybe I'll get him to level up, actually. Let's give him a Ritual of Mastery so we can make some higher level spells. Flesh Golem, Animate Bow. One more? Okay, no, he's out of energy. Alright, that'll be good. I do need... if I can get another place to recruit from, I really need that for sure. Because this pirate town might be good, but maybe I can sit here and recruit a bunch of units from the swamp. That might be to get some terracotta guys. Okay, I need to remember all my units. I can't forget them. Yeah, this should be pretty easy. These guys, let's go to this little village, and let's just keep moving out, I guess. I don't know if I should go in the desert more. Let's just look around a bit more. I want to look around this whole area. Oh, another Enchanter's Apprentice. Can I afford him? Yes, for sure. Damn, these guys are piling up here. Let's get this guy to... okay, he can animate swords as well. Let's get him to animate swords too. I'll send one of these guys out a little bit later, but these guys can sit here animating swords all day for all I care. And this guy, let's send him over here to check out these areas. Ooh, a watchtower? That's good, but I'm going to just take these little villages. Ooh, who is that? Ballight archers, 120 of them. Holy shit, you gotta avoid that. That can easily wipe me out. I think so. Okay, good. Have to be careful with that one. I may get crushed right there. Okay, looks like he didn't attack me. These animated units are quite strong, but that army is not that strong, so I still have to be careful. Maybe what I can do, I could destroy one of these mines. I mean, it's kind of bad for me to do so, but I could do it, and I can get a stone golem, which probably would be able to crush these pirates very, very easily. So maybe I will do that, just to take another town. Oh, here's village. Let's take the village out. I might move up to this magic library. That'll also help me. Looks like mostly infantry, though I don't think I can actually take that. That's a lot. I'll avoid him and just pick off his little towns. This guy, yeah, next turn he could do something. All right, battle here. Should be easy to deal with. Yeah, no problem. Okay, let's have this guy do something. What can he do? I can have him make some flesh golems in the meantime. While he's here. Okay, that's good. That's fine. Just get a couple more golems there. This guy... Oh, who took off that one? Let's have this guy make some terracotta soldiers while he's here. And the other guy, what can he do? He can only animate tools. I can give him another level of mastery. Oh, create mimic. Okay. So he can make a mimic, which will help defend the village, but that's not really what I was looking for. Create flesh golem. Okay, that'll be useful at least. I want him something that could be useful for me to actually like produce some kind of army. Oh, I won the game. What the heck? I won? Damn, okay. So everybody got eliminated. I guess they got killed by indies, which is too bad. What happened to that big army? They got a huge army here. What happened to that? Like, for real, what happened to that one? Okay, well, that's game over then. This is kind of how the game can go sometimes. You can see on the map, I had quite a good control of the north, east, and south. I would have liked to... Okay, there's nice other things here. So maybe I should have gone south. It looks like some nice locations in this desert area. Another gem deposit. A tower, which would have been great for recruiting. I really would have needed another place to recruit from. Right now, my only place to recruit was here. So basically, whenever I create an army, I got to march them all the way out of here through these mountains and forests, which is a huge pain, out to wherever. So it takes a long time to get out. Getting this one would have been great. I probably could have done it if I would have destroyed one of these coal mines. A stone golem would easily crush this. As for this one, if I had gone south, I could have taken that. What else is there on the map? A lot of different interesting places. Some interesting, very cool locations that are very special, but I can't really see much about them now. Oh, well, kind of too bad. I would have liked to have this game go on a little bit longer, but that's just kind of how it is sometimes. You see some nasty things out in the ocean and out in the void. Oh, well. I would like to come back to this game again. I mean, this game could be pretty interesting. I have another recording I did recently as a warlock, but that was pretty miserable. I might include some clips of it, but either way, I think I'm going to end the video here. That's kind of game over, which is a little bit funny. But either way, guys, see you again next time.